Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So here we are with our Arabic grammar session number 7. We will be starting Arab today, but before we do that, inshallah, we are going to go back to review whatever we have learned this past week during our last session, inshallah. So I hope you were able to go through all your tables that were shared with you in the slides. Type 1 if you were able to memorize all the tables of type. Nobody was able to? Okay, so type. Okay, so now how many reasons are there for a word to be proper? Alhamdulillah, Renas, and Barakallahu Feek, Nujaha. Very well done. So 7 reasons are there for a word to be proper. My next question is, what is the default? What is the default type? Your word should be common. There has to be a reason for a word to be proper. Some words may have more than one reason to be proper, and we have seen that. And there are 7 reasons and there that you have learned so far that will make your word proper. Okay, some may have just one reason, and some may have more than one reason for a word to be proper. Okay. So let's go through this document that I have prepared for you for today's review. Okay, so the word is Muhammad from Quran. So why is it an ism? Yes, there is meme as well, and barakallahu feek. There are 2 reasons for a word, for this word to be an ism. There is meme dhamma starting, and yes, there is it's a name, it's a proper name of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that is why we are calling it an ism, right? So the word is an ism. What's the gender of this word? Masculine. Barakallahu feek, very well done. It is masculine, you're right. So we are not going to look for the type of feminine because our word is not feminine, right? Now, what is the number? 1. The default number in Arabic is 1, right? Your default number is 1 as well, okay? So it is 1. So we are not going to look for the type of plural because our word is not plural here. What is the type of this word? Is it common or proper? This word is proper. Very well done, Sister Nazish and Sister Nahid. So why now, since it is proper, why proper? Why is word Muhammad proper? It is a name, right? It is a name. It's a proper name of our beloved Prophet, right? Everyone with me so far? 1, very good job, Nujahan. I can see, yes, okay, good. Nafsin, the next word is nafsin. Is it an ism? Is nafs an ism? Yes, very well done, Sister Nahid. Yes, it's an ism because it has a tanween attached to it, right? At the end of the word, there's a tanween. Very well done. So because of the tanween, you are going to say that, it is an ism because it has tanween. What's the gender of the word? We will do the gender. It is feminine. Why, Ghazala? Very well done. Why is it feminine, Nazish and Ghazala? You have, said that, this is feminine and you are correct. Bas, very well done. So this was the part of your story because Arab said so. Because Arab said so. The word is feminine. because Arab said so. And what type of feminine is Arab said so? It's a part of the story, Roxana, very well done. But what kind of a Samai, very well done, Aisha. This absolutely correct answer. So it's a heard feminine. I'm just going to write HF just to keep it simple because I don't have Arabic typeboard here right now. So I'm just going to HF will work, right? For everyone, it's a heard feminine. It's muannas Samai. And that is why we are going to call it feminine, and because nafs it does not have any sign attached to it, and it's it refers to everyone, right? It does not literally has a gender, in terms of, it's not a name of a female, and it is not biologically feminine. Okay, so the only reason it is treated feminine is because Arabs have treated it like that, and everything that Arabs, whenever we say that, because Arab said so, so it comes under the umbrella of heard feminine. What is the number of nafs? Number is singular or plural? One. Very well done. It is singular. So I'm not, because the word is singular, so I'm not going to look for the type of plural. What is the type of the word? Is it common or proper? It is common, and my word is, by my default type is common. Now the word yet you are given is Yusuf. Come to word Yusuf. Is it an ism? Very well done. I agree with you. I am with you on this. Why is it an ism? It's a name. It's a name of a prophet. What is the gender? Masculine. What's the default gender in Arabic? Your word should be, by default, masculine. Very well done, class. Very well done. Everyone, so proud of you. Now, I'm not going to, look for the type of feminine because my word is not feminine. I'm going to go to number. What is the number? Very well done, Sister Nahid. It is 1. So since it is singular, I'm not going to look for the type of plural. What's the type of the word? It is proper. And why proper? It's a name. It's a proper name of a prophet, right? Your next word, Ashams. Ashams. It's an ism. What make it an ism? Very well done. There is an al attached to it. Now, what's the gender? Arab said so. Ranas, very well done. And it is a feminine. It's somebody has, let me see who has their mic on. So let's see. Somebody has to mute themselves because, we can still hear some voice, I think. Was there? No. Right now, I think we're good. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So the type of feminine is what kind of feminine? Asham says we all decided it's a heard feminine because Arab said so. It's a part of the story. And what's the number? It is singular. Very well done. And we are not going to worry about type of plural, not applicable. You can just, when you are filling your table, when you are filling your form, you can just type there NA, okay, not applicable. And where is, when we talk about type, what's the type of shams? Proper, very well done. And why is it proper? Because of al, very well done. Can somebody type in Arabic the term for this kind of a proper? What do you call this kind of a proper when word is made proper by alif lam? Does someone remember the phrase used for that? Mu'arraf billah. Very well done. Very well done, Sister Nahid. So proud of you. So proud of you. Inshallah, we will be in this journey learning very, very many terms. And inshallah, if you pay attention to these small things, inshallah, you will, your vocabulary bank will expand, inshallah, so quickly that you without even you realizing that how much I know now. Alhamdulillah. So Nahnu, Sister Roxana, I think she has started to write before as well. So Nahnu is your ism. And why am I calling it ism? Because it is a pronoun. What does it mean? What does Nahnu mean? We, very well done, class, very well done. So what's the gender? It will be, we can be, we can say that it can be masculine, feminine, both, right? It can be both. So and we don't have to worry about, you know, the rest of the stuff here. The thing that we need to, the number, what is the number here? Plural. Okay, that's I will take that. It is plural. And type of plural we are not going to worry about here, because it does not belong in any of those categories that we have learned so far. So, but we know, because in our table, you can just say that, you know, because in our pronoun chart, it was placed in under, you know, under the plural. So that's why I have learned it as plural, because it means we. So we is plural. So when I asked you the type, why is it proper, Maryam? Because it's a pronoun, right? Everyone's with me so far, right? It's a pronoun, your pronouns are proper. So now I have another word here, Ya Ibrahimu. So Ya is your, you will skip Ya is your nida, and Ibrahimu is your munada, right? Munada is your, so Ibrahim is munada. So Ibrahim, is it an ism? Okay. Everyone agrees Ibrahim alayhi salam, the name is an ism. And because it is a name of a prophet, right? It's a name, so it's an ism. What's the gender? Masculine, right? And we are not worrying about the type of feminine, not applicable. Number is 1. Type of plural, not applicable. And type of Ibrahim is proper. Why is it proper? It's a name of a prophet. Is it one reason for it to be proper, or there are 2 reasons? Yes, so there are 2 reasons here. It is munada, the one being called. It is one being called. The one being called in Arabic is called munada. Okay, the one being called in Arabic is called munada. So it's a name. That's number 1 reason. Okay, the first reason is it's a name. Okay, everyone with me so far? It's a name. That's why I'm going to call it proper. And the second reason is because, sorry, it is one being called. Okay. Now the next word is tilka. Is it an ism? Yes, it's an ism ishara. Yes, you have learned it as an ism. It is your pointer, right? Your pointers are also under the umbrella of ism. What's the gender? Gender is feminine. Everyone agrees. So how did you find that this is feminine? If I asked you, during our previous session, ta, yeah, right? The females are very good friends with letter ta, okay? So that is going to be helpful, inshallah, that, you know, because there was a letter ta there, that's why I'm going to call it feminine, okay? What's the number? Singular? Type? Proper. Why is it proper? Because it is your pointer. All your pointers are proper. Is it a near pointer or a far pointer? Near or far? Far pointer. It means that feminine object or that female. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your next word is khaza'in. Khaza'in. It means treasures. Khazana can be the singular for this word. So what kind of a word it is? It's an ism, because not stuck in time. Everyone with me, right? It's an ism. Now, what's the gender? Okay, so now here I see that, you know, there are 2 the class has, you know, some are saying masculine, some are saying feminine. So let me tell you, let's just go do, is it a singular or a plural? Let's just do that first, okay? It's a plural word. It's a plural, everyone agrees. Is it a sound plural, broken plural? What kind of a plural it is? It's a broken plural. It's a broken plural. Ranaz, its singular is khazana. Khazana, from khazana, you have khaza'in. So you have a singular for this word. Treasure, treasures. Khazana is a singular for this word. And khaza'in is the plural. So the word is got broken up. The original structure did not remain intact, but it does have a singular. It would have been collective noun. If it would have been collective noun, can it have a singular for itself? If the word is a collective noun, No, everyone, do not forget this. That is why I put all, the review, try to put everything together so that you do not forget what we have learned in our previous 6 sessions. Okay, so khaza'in is your broken plural. Is it a human broken plural or a non-human broken plural? Now that's a question. Non-human broken plural. How should you treat it? Feminine or masculine? Feminine. Go look back on your heard feminine chart. In your heard feminine, you do have this written. Your non-human broken plural. Your non-human broken plural will be treated as feminine as well. It is what kind of a feminine? It is a what type of a feminine? It's a heard feminine, right? It's a heard feminine because khazana does not have XX chromosomes, right? It does not. It's not biologically feminine. It's not a name of a woman. So real feminine is out of the picture. It does not have a sign there. It does not have ta marbuta. It does not have ta marbuta. It does not have alif mamduda. It does not have alif maksura. So that is also out of question. It does not have extra ta or something like that. So it is just a broken plural that you have known, and your broken plurals or your non-human plurals are going to be treated as feminine. So that is why you're going to call it feminine. And this kind of feminine is heard feminine because that is how Arabs treated this word. Okay, barakallahu fi. And then when we look at the type, what's the type of this word? It's common. You don't see any reason for it to be proper. It is common. And now we do not need to worry about at this point. Okay, very well done. Now this word Ali Yaqub, there are 2 parts to the word. The first word is Ali. So Ali means family. Do you remember this word? Ali? Yeah. Yes, I know. It's sometimes, it is some, it's not easy to memorize each and every word. But just try to go over whatever you learn, go back to it. Always go back to your slides whenever the slides, whatever notes are, class notes are, whenever they are shared with you, try to go back to it. So it is ism jama. So keep that in mind. So it is ism jama. So you have known it as ism jama. And what about Yaqub? Is it ism or no? It's an ism. Why is it an ism? Both are ism. This is jama, right? Jama. So that is why we are calling it an ism. And this one is your ism because it is a name of a prophet. Very well done, everyone. So do not forget it. So what's the gender here for al? Yeah, you can put now, you can say masculine. Then what about Yaqub? Masculine, both are masculine. We don't need to worry about the type of feminine here. When I go to number, what is the number of al? It is plural, right? So when I talk about plural, I have taught you the types of plural. I expect you to tell me is it SP, BP, IJ, IJJ, IJI. Somebody is saying it's sound plural. Does it have una, ina? Or atun, atin? If it was SP, SP means sound plural. Should it be broken plural? Do you know any singular for this word? Have you ever learned any singular for this word? And there is no singular. Let me tell you that, because we have not gone into that much depth. It does not have any singular. Remember that. Family or followers or dynasty. So this is how it is usually translated. This word does not have any singular for itself. It is always plural in meaning. It is always plural in meaning. The word that is always plural in meaning, that kind of a plural is called IJ, which is your ism jam'a, right? It always gives you plural meaning, family, right? Family is not comprised of one person. It's always going to be 2 or more, isn't it? Right? So it's ism jam'a. Now, type for this word, at this point, you can skip right? You can skip type for al, but we will now go back to Yaqub. What's the number for Yaqub? Everyone agrees it is singular? One, very well done. So it is not applicable. The type of plural is not applicable. At this time, I'm skipping the type of al, but what about type of Yaqub? It is proper. Yes, so skipping the first one, but it is proper. Why is it Yaqub proper? It's a name of a prophet, proper name of a prophet. It's a proper name, right? It's a proper name. So keep that in mind, proper name. Antum, come to antum. Is it an ism? Why? Yes, I agree with you now. All my sisters, I agree with you. It's an ism because it's a pronoun. All my pronouns in Arabic, unlike in English, come under umbrella of ism, okay? So now, is it masculine or feminine? It's going to be masculine because you know antunna is used for feminine. So for at the time being, you can call it masculine only, okay? So and the rest, you know, it's not feminine, so it's not applicable. The type of feminine is not applicable. What's the number here? Plural. Rest, then the type of plural is I'm going to teach you little later, okay? I'm going to explain this as Sister Ranas just in a minute. I will explain it. So what is the type of antum? Type is proper. Very well done. Why is it proper? All my pronouns are proper, right? I have memorized that all my pronouns are going to be proper. Sister Ranas is asking, why is al an ism? Okay. Yeah, it does not. Sometimes you will not see a sign for an ism on a word. Okay. But when you look at the meaning is family. Does family has tense attached to it? Can family has present tense, past tense, future tense? No, right? So when your word is talking about persons, places, objects, ideas, adverbs, adjectives, and more, and this more is you will inshallah learn. So your word is an ism. It's a very it's a long definition. Just keep on repeating it to yourself today. You know, keep on repeating it. Everything that does not have time attached to it, that is not time bound. Okay, if it is not time bound, and the rest, you know, if it is referring to people, places, objects, ideas, it could be inanimate objects, it could be both, right? So it could be something specific, it could be general, like it could be book or it could be Quran, all under the umbrella of Islam. Okay, inshallah. Usba. Your word is usba. 1 second, let me just move it a little bit. Good. Okay. So usba means clan. Clan is a group of people. Okay. In simple English, it's a group of men and which are very muscular, according to some translations. So is this word an ism? It's an ism. Very well done. What's the sign? How did you identify this word is an ism? It has a tanween attached to it. It has the marbuta attached to it. Very well done. Very well done. So see how you are, each and every one of you is now, you know, thinking, and they are able to find out, not just, they just not, I'm seeing now, my participants are not settling on one reason. Alhamdulillah, you are looking for, if the word has two reasons, you are able to identify those two reasons. And that is why you are here. That is the whole purpose. If you are able to do that, that you do not forget whatever concepts you are taught, you know, that serves the purpose. Okay. So usba, ta marbuta was there, your tanween was there. So ta marbuta, tanween, both are there. So now tell me if, okay, so how will you, before I do anything else, I will go to the number of this word. It means clan. So group of men. So is it singular or plural? So it is a word that means group of men, and it usually contains, more than three, and it could be in 3 to 9 or something like that. Okay. Yes. So it is plural. Everyone with me? Everyone agrees it is plural? And the plural that appears like a singular, what kind of a plural it is? Aisha? Ism jins jam'i will, this word is plural. The singular for ism jins jam'i has ta marbuta. Lina is absolutely right. It is an ism jam'a. It is an ism jam'a, the word that is always plural in meaning. Because this word does not have a singular for itself. It's a collective noun. It's a collective noun. Ism, ism jins jam'i are those plurals that come by removing ta marbuta. But this word has ta marbuta. It is not without ta marbuta. Are you understanding this thing? That, when you make the plural, the ism jins jam'i is a kind of plural that you create or that you form by removing the ta marbuta or ya from the word. Remember, rumi, the plural is room. So room, what did you do? You remove the ya. Baqarah, with ta marbuta ending, and baqar. You remove the ta marbuta and you got your singular. So that is ism jins jam'i. But the word that gives you plural meaning does not have any singular for itself. That is ism jam'a. And so this is what this word is. And I hope this is clear to everyone. Is it clear? Alhamdulillah. So now comes the type. It's common, right? There's no reason for it to be proper. We are not talking about right now. We are not discussing any specific clan or group. So word, by looking at it, yes, it does look like a feminine word. So if somebody calls it feminine, I will take that answer as, I will take it as a correct answer. Okay. You can say that, yes, at this point, you can say that this is a feminine by sign. Okay. You can say it. Yes, Ranaz, if you call it feminine, I will take your answer as a correct answer at this point. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Is everyone with me so far? One. Okay. Yes, type 1 if you are. Okay. So calm. We have to be real quick now because we have to start our next topic, inshallah, today. So it is, everyone agrees it's an ism. It is, why is it an ism? It has tanween attached to it. The word has tanween. Is it masculine or feminine? It's masculine. Okay, well, I will do that. If it is masculine, I do not have to look for the type of feminine. I have to go to number, what kind of number it is. It is plural because it means nation. Nation, right? So what kind of a plural? Ism jama, right? Always, always. It does not have singular for itself. It has a plural. This word can have a plural for itself, but it will not have singular. So this is going to be your ism jama ij. Is it common or proper? Common. Everyone agrees. Hada. Haza. Haza means this. Ism, very well done. Why is it an ism? Ism ishara, very well done. It's your pointer, and your pointers are under the umbrella of an ism. Very well done. What's the gender? Masculine, very well done. So what's the number? Singular, everyone agrees? What's the type? Proper, very well done. Very well done. Fatayani. Fatayani. What's this word? It's an ism. Looks like an ism. Okay. I will call it an ism too. It means two young men. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what's the gender. No, it's masculine. It's masculine. Mariam. It's masculine. Two young men. Masculine. What's a number? It's a dual. What helped you identify the word is dual? Yes, I agree, everyone. It is dual. Alif. Alif, the ending, right? And alif, right? Your alif was there, and that is why you know the number of these men is 2. It cannot be anything but 2. Okay. And then yes, noon kasra also helps you because your duals have ending with noon kasra. Okay. What's a type? Common. Allazi. Ism. What kind of an ism? Ism mausul. What's then English terminology for this word? I agree, Sister Nazish, it is ism mausul. Very well done, Ruxana. Do you remember that the term that we used during our last session, relative pronoun? Very well done, Lena. So proud of you. So proud of you. It's a relative pronoun, right? It's a relative pronoun, and all your pronouns, pointers, are under the umbrella of ism, relative pronoun. Very well done. Okay, now what is the number? The gender is masculine. Everyone has already typed, right? So now comes your number. What's the number here? Number is singular. And what's the type? Proper, right? All your pronouns, pointers, the relative pronouns, with the exception. In case of relative pronouns, there are exceptions. So they are proper. So this word is proper. Mutafarriquna. Mutafarriquna. It's an ism. Tell me what's the sign of an ism in this word? Very well done. Yes, there is una ending, and also there's meme dhamma, right? Meme at the beginning of the word. Very well done, everyone. Everyone, I'm so proud of you. Tabarakallah. I'm so proud of you. There is meme attached, so I can say, and then una ending, una, right? So what's the gender here? Masculine. I don't, not applicable. Type of feminine, not applicable. What is the number here? Manahid? Plural. Very well done. What kind of plural? When I have a plural, I have to put it under one bucket, right? SP, BP, IJ, IJJ, IJI. Where would I put this one? SP, very well done. This is your sound plural. What's the type? Common, very well done. Zalika. Ism, why? Ism ishara, very well done. It's a pointer. So you can easily say that this is okay. 1 second. Sister Ranas, you have a question about the una ending? Not every una ending is going to be an ism. So that is why we not only look at the end of the word, we focus both on end and the beginning of the word as well, right? So Sister Ranas, to answer your question, so una not always signifies that the word is an ism, okay? Sometimes you will see una ending somewhere else. So inshallah, when you will learn that, then you will understand. So keep that in mind. Una ending you will be seeing this ending somewhere else as well, in case of fail as well. Okay? So, but here you have both meme and una ending. So meme and meme, how the word was starting, and then with una ending, we were, we were pretty confident the word is an ism. Okay, Zalika, is it what's the gender of this word? Let's see. Masculine. Everyone agrees. Okay, nobody is making a mistake. Very sad. Just joking. What's the number here? Singular. Everyone agrees? Okay, so singular. And what's the type? All my pointers, pronouns, relative pronouns are proper. Ha-ula-i. Ism or what? Ism. What kind of an ism? Ism ishara. Okay, I take that as a correct answer. Okay, it's a pointer. Now tell me, is a near pointer or far pointer? Near or far? It's a near pointer, right? So what's a far pointer for plural? Far pointer for plural. Ulaika, right? Very well done, Aisha, Mariam, Sister Nahid. So proud of you all. So what will be the gender here? Gender. Very well done, Aisha. Very well done. So proud of you. Both. It can be masculine and it can be feminine, both. It will be both, okay? And number is plural and the type is proper. Very well done. Alhamdulillah. So that was that. So let me take you to the new topic that we are going to do today, inshallah. So today what you're going to learn is the status of a word, okay? You have been seeing when you were memorizing your Muslim chart, do you ever wonder why this Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, right? There's always a different sound that is coming from the end of the word, right? You're hearing a different sound every time. There's a different sound coming, right? Un, an, in, ani, aini, aini, una, ina, ina, or muslimatun, tun, tan, tin, taini, tani, taini, atun, atin, atin, right? So every time there is a different ending sound that you could hear. When you see any word in of English language, do you see bukun, bukan, bukin, bukani, bukaini, bukaini? Does it happen in English? No, it does not, right? So this is a feature that is very unique to Arabic language. This is a feature very unic to Arabic language where you do not see an ending in English language. In Arabic, you do have an ending, and right? It is there for some reason. I think somebody has. Yes, because I think Sister Huma, please mute yourself. Yes. So why is this ending there? It tells you what your ism is doing in a particular sentence. Okay, no worries. It tells you what your ism is doing in a particular sentence. What's the role of an ism in a phrase or a sentence? Okay, the ending tells you the role of an ism in the sentence. So it, based on its ending, its role changes in a sentence. 85% of words in Arabic will change their endings to indicate their role, okay? 85% of words in Arabic will change their endings to indicate their role in a sentence. Your default ending is going to be rough, okay? And I will tell you what this rough is all about, okay, inshallah. Everyone with me so far? Is this something very difficult to grasp? Sister Nazish has already put her one there. But from the sisters who are doing this for the first time, I particularly want to know from them, did they understand that what Arab is literally means to Arabize? How, you can put an ending to a word like kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. But in English, you cannot do bukun, bukan, bukin, right? You don't do like that, can you? You cannot do. Or pennun, pennan, pennin. That does not happen, right? Karun, karen, karin. Does not work like that in English, right? But in Arabic, when you see a word, it will tell you by its ending what its role is. And inshallah, let's just see how we can understand that, okay? Let me take you a little further and then inshallah you will understand. Okay. You can all see the slide. In this case, I have highlighted this word Muhammad. La ilaha illallahu Muhammadun Rasulullah. When you see this word Muhammad, What's the ending there? There's a dhamma ending or a fatha ending or a kasra ending. It is ending with dhamma, right? أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. How do you see Muhammad ending now? It is ending with fatatain, right? Fatatain ending. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. What's the ending now? Kasratain ending. Keep that in mind. So, but every time you have seen 3 endings, how will you translate Muhammad? How will you translate Muhammad in English? Does the meaning change in English? It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Keep that in mind. But in Arabic, its role is changing. Its role is changing by its ending. The meaning in English will remain unchanged, but the ending is telling you now it is doing a different role in each of the phrases that I have in front of you. Everywhere the role is different. Okay, so there are 3 types of endings, or there are 3 types of i'rab, or there are 3 types of statuses. Okay, there are 3 statuses that are there. Raf is indicated by dhamma at the end of the singular word. Do you remember Muslimun? Muslimun. Here I have this Muslimun. Sorry. Yes. Muslimun. You can all see Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. You have this table memorized as like that. Like Rafa was Muslimun. When you have a dhamma ending, you will have, what will be the sound? Muslimun. You will have a raf is dhammatain. Raf is dhammatain. When you have nasb, your word will be Musliman. Musliman. Your fathatain goes with your nasb status. Your kasratain, Muslimin, goes with your jar status. So there are 3 statuses in Arabic language: raf, nasb, jar. Raf, nasb, jar. For raf, you will have dhammatain at the end of a singular word. At the end of a singular word, what haraka you will see? Dhamma. Yes, I'm going to show you the previous slide in a second, Aranas. At the end of a word, you will see fathatain when the word is nasbin status, right? You will see in case of jar status, kasratain, right? Kasratain will be seen in case of jar status. In case of a singular word, going back to where we started. So in case of a singular word, the rough status is indicated by dhamma at the end of a singular word. In case of nasb, fathatain, you are going to see the fathatain at the end of your singular word. In case of jar status, you are going to see kasra. Everyone with me so far? Little bit, they are getting there, or, Ranas, Aisha, what about you? You're good? Okay. Now, in case of your broken plurals, your status is determined similarly with some exceptions. Okay. So in case of your broken plural, the status of a word is determined similarly, or status or an i'rab of a word is determined similarly with some exceptions. Okay. So we at this point, we do not need to worry about those exceptions, but you can just at this time remember that there are words that can be broken plural, and they can be ending with the similar, they will be ending in a similar way as a singular word. And we have already when we were studying the broken plural, it kind of looks like a, by its ending, it looks like a singular word. It does not have una, ina, atun, atin ending, right? Remember? It does not have any sign of a plural at its end. It is just, the word is not intact, and it can end with dhammatain, fathatain, kasratain. Keep that in mind, with some exceptions. Okay. So a rough status, what do you need to know about rough status? If your word has a rafa status, it will have what at the end of it? It will end with dhamma. If it has a jar status, what will it have? It will have kasra. And if it has a nasb status, it will have fathatain. Very well done. Okay. The next thing that you need to know is, if your word is in a rough status and it is a dual ism, it's a dual ism, the rough status is going to be denoted by ending combination ani. How will it be denoted by? It will be denoted by ending combination ani in case of dual. Everyone with me so far? Ani. If it is rough in status, it is ani. And I'm going to take you to the Muslim chart, and we will, inshallah, study it there. Sometimes this noon may not be there. That is why I have been teaching you from the beginning that this noon of ani, the noon that you're seeing in the ani, is coming from where? Is coming from? It's just the representation of the noon in ani is just a representation of tanween. Very well done. Yes. Do you guys remember when we did Muslimani and when we did Muslimuna? We learned this, that this noon, kasra, noon, fatha, this all was coming from the tanween, right? And this waw was the indicator of the plural, and alif was indicator of dual. Remember all those points that we did during our previous sessions? Okay. So your masculine sound plural, a rough status, is denoted by ending una. Okay. How will it be denoted? How will you identify that, the word is a rough in status? You will see una ending. Okay. Mainly you need to know that if you have a vowel at the end, like muslimu, this vowel is there, that is telling you the word is rough in status and also is plural. Okay. In case of nasb and jar status, the dual is denoted by ending combination aini. In case of masculine sound plural, the word is denoted by ending combination ina, like muslimina, muslimina. In case of feminine sound plural, the rough status is denoted by dhammatain, muslimatun, or atun ending. In case of nasb and jar status, the status is denoted by kasratain at the end of the word or atin ending. Okay, let's see how we can identify it. So you all have this rough. Remember this first column that in the past I have told you not to worry about it yet? Now worry about it. Okay. So when you have rough on status, there are three statuses: rough, nasb, jar. In case of a singular word, you are looking at the matain for rough. In case of dual or pair, you will look for ani ending. Okay. Sometimes you may not have noon attached, but this alif will help you understand that this word is what in status? It is rough in status because there is an alif attached to it. So it not only denotes that there are two people doing something, it also denotes that that two people are doing something. Okay. Now, in case of plural, as I have told you before, in case of plural, your plural ending that will tell you that your word is rough in status is una. Okay. So how will you know that your word is rough in status if your word is dual? I just want to make sure you all are with me. So in case of dual will have wow or ani ending. an alif. Very well done, Aisha. That alif is going to be indicative of the rough status in case of dual. Okay, and noon is representative of your tanween from the mufrad word. From Muslimun, you have this, your noon of Muslimun got replaced by noon kasra here, but alif ani ending is, or alif by itself is telling you that your word is rough in status. It is also telling you that it is talking about two people doing the job. In case of nasb status, what is going to tell you that your word is nasbin status if it is a plural? How will you know? What kind of ending it has? Ina, ya, ina, right? Because if it is nasb, it's going to be ina. Una is going to be in case of raf. We are now in talking about nasb status. We are going to talk about nasb status, and in case of nasb, your indicator of nasb status in case of mufrad, fatatain. In case of musanna, it's going to be aini ending. In case of plural, it's going to be ina ending. Okay. And ya in case of musanna, preceded by fatha, is telling you that I am musanna. Okay, I am dual. Ya preceded by kasra in case of jama is telling you that I am nasb status. Then comes your jar word. Okay, jar status is identified by looking at blank at the end of the word. Jar status, if your word is singular, what will you look at the end of the word? Kasra thing. Ranaz, I know it is something you are doing, I think, for the first time. So we will, get there, inshallah. Just, just hang on for a minute, okay? Or, this is just a beginning of the status, and inshallah, we will, inshallah, be learning it in more detail, inshallah. That will make everything easy. At this point, I'm asking you to just look at the word and try to identify what the status could be. So in case of raf, just remember, on is going to be your status marking of rafa in case of a singular word. Okay. In case of dual, ani is going to be your ending in case of a dual word. And when your word is rough in status. In case of a plural, you will have una ending. In case of nasb, musliman, fatatain is your friend of nasb. Okay. And then muslimaini, muslimina. The last two parts for nasb and jar are easy to memorize. It only changes in singular form. In singular form, you have musliman, muslimin. But look at the dual. The dual nasb and jar, aren't they the same? Muslimaini, muslimaini. Do you all see this? That you only have to remember one word, muslimaini, muslimaini, and they both are nasb. When I ask you a word muslimaini, you will, and I ask you what could be the status, you can easily say that this could be nasb or this could be jar, right? In both cases, the ending is the same. In case of dual, it is both aini, aini, right? When you go to muslimina, in case of plural, you are seeing muslimina, muslimina. In case of nasb and jar, again, the same word can be nasb, the same word can be jar, ina, ina. Everyone with me so far? And this is, we are just looking at the word and we are trying to see what could be the status. We have not just yet learned what will be in what status. It's still to be explained. Okay, I have to still explain why certain word is going to be in rough status, why a word is going to be in jar and nasb, or a word is going to be in nasb status or jar or rough status. We are still to learn it. By looking at the word, how you will identify that the word is rafa, nasab, jar. You are going to look at your Muslim chart. If your word is ending with ani, what is the status of the word? Ani. raf, right? If your word is aini, ending like aini, nasb or jar. If your word is solihina, what is the status of the word? Solihina, nasb or jar, right? If your word is sadiquna, what's the status of the word? If your word is mu'minuna, it's rough. If it is mu'minani, it's rough. If it is mu'minaini, if it is muslimataini, muslimataini, we have not done that, but it's quite similar, right? So it's also nasb and jar, and muslimataini is nasb and jar for plural, or it is nasb or jar for dual. Your nasb and jar are just telling you what is the i'rab of the your word is, like whether it is going to end in fathatain or it is going to end in kasratain. At this point, that is what you need to know. Or your word is going to end with the combination aini, or your word is going to end with the combination ina. Okay, so nasb or jar is just it tells you what your word is doing in a particular sentence. It's telling you the role of an ism, but and there could be multiple reasons for a word to be nasb or jar. But at this time, if you can just know how does a word look like when it is nasb or jar, that is most important. And then you will understand, okay, now my word should only be nasb, or my word should only be rough in this case, or it should only carry this kind of ending right at the moment. Okay, in a particular sentence, you will be, how Arabic works is that when you are learning all this, you by the end of learning your Arabic, you are able to read the text without any harakas, without any nasb or jar, because you have learned nasb or jar so well that you can read Quran even without any harakah. Okay, and you are able to actually put harakas on your Quran just because you know that now my word should be rough, or my word should be nasb here, it can only be jar here. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of learning this. But at this point you need to know what how does your word looks when it is what will be the ending of my word if it is rough, what will be the how will it look like when it is nasb, and how will it look like when it is jar in status. Okay, I'm running out of time. Inshallah, we will this is just the beginning. Just like we did with type, we took our time with type, right? And with gender and with number, similarly we will take our time, and just it's just the beginning of status. Okay, so I will want each and every one of you to go back to your Muslim chart and just have a look. How does my Muslim chart look when it is in Rafin status, when it is Nasbin status, when it is Jarin status? And how to apply these three statuses is coming up in our next session on Saturday. How you will, be able to identify and what it does, and which kind of a word is going to be Rafin status, Nasbin status, Jarin status. You are, inshallah, learning it in your next session, inshallah. Okay. Any questions? We are good so far. So I still have a minute. So I will also want you to go through the Muslimatun chart as well. So how does it look in Raf and Nasb and Jar status? It is very similar. Okay, so keep that in mind, inshallah. Okay, like Muslimatun ending will tell you that's Rafa, Tan ending is going to tell you it is Nasb, and Tin will tell you it's Jar. Muslimatani is going to tell you it is, again, rough and status. Taini can be nasb or jar. Muslimatun is your rough ending, and muslimatin is your nasb or jar ending. Just go over this, and just have a look at the chart and do not worry about anything, because during our next session, inshallah, we will be understanding why my word was nas, why it was jar, and why it is rough in status, inshallah. Okay. So with that, I will end our session. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.